In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of Holy Spirit, one God. Amen. Chosen one, the time is now, not tomorrow, not later. There are only 45 minutes left, just 45, for days, for weeks, for lifetimes. The Lord has reached out to you through signs in the sky, through sudden silence in the middle of noise, through the ache in your chest that had no name, through the whispers of your soul when the world slept. But again and again you skipped, you scrolled, you silenced the nudge. Yet this moment, this one right here, is not routine. This message is not just another video. This is divine intervention, a spiritual crossroads. Do you feel it? That strange stillness in the air, like something sacred is on pause, waiting for you to notice. It is not your imagination. The heavens are shifting, the archangels are moving, the breath of God stirs around you. And now the voice of the Lord speaks clearly. Be still, know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. Do not skip this. Not again. How many times have His signs gone unopened? How many dreams have you dismissed as random? How many times has your heart whispered the truth and you turned away? But this is not like before. A decision is being made close to your life. You don't know it yet, but someone near you is standing at the threshold. Their heart is wrestling, their spirit is listening, and your energy, your obedience, your position in the Spirit will shape the outcome. The prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. James 5:16. So hear this. This is your warning. Yes, but more than that, this is your opportunity. Not a call to fear, a call to prepare. Not panic, but purpose. Because what's coming next will be sudden, swift, and sacred, a divine shift that will rewrite the page you're on. This is why your angels brought you here, chosen one. Stay, don't scroll, don't delay. Again, instead, make your stand now. As you step forward into this divine role, I invite you to declare your readiness. Type 777 in the comments below if you feel the pull of this message in your spirit. Let it be your bold yes to the call of heaven. Your sign that you're not just hearing, you're answering. To every one of you who takes a moment to comment, to share a prayer, to say yes, thank you, even if no one replies to your words, know this: heaven sees you. You are not walking alone. The Lord goes before you, and His angels surround you, for He will command His angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Psalm 91:11. Stay with me until the very end, because we will close with a powerful prayer that will seal what has begun in your life today. This is sacred space. Now breathe, listen, and stay. There is a countdown happening now, not one you can see on your phone or track with a clock on the wall, but one unfolding in the invisible eternal realm. Heaven's clock is ticking. This isn't about time on a clock, but about moments aligned with heaven. 45 sacred minutes remain in this unseen window, and within them something long shut is about to be opened. A name is being spoken in a room you've never entered. And yes, chosen one, your name is echoing behind doors you cannot see. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you before you were born. I set you apart. Jeremiah 15. Right now, someone with influence, someone significant is speaking your name. Not casually, not accidentally, but as part of a spiritual decision that will alter the course of your path. You can't hear it, but it's happening, and you were meant to know why, so that you can prepare. Because what comes next won't be determined by that conversation alone. It'll be shaped by your heart's response, faith or fear. Do you remember when the Israelites stood at the edge of the Red Sea with Pharaoh's army closing in behind them? They had two choices: panic or trust. Moses said, do not be afraid, stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. Exodus 14:13. this is your see moment. In how you move, how you speak, how you pray, how you posture your spirit will open or close what's next. There's been a delay in your life and you've mistaken it for rejection, but in truth, it was divine protection. That person who left, they didn't leave because you weren't enough. They left because they weren't yet ready for what you're becoming, like David, tending sheep in the field. You've been growing in secret, healing in silence, strengthening in solitude. He who began a good work in you will carry on to completion. Be temptons, but the enemy sees this too. Why lately your distractions have multiplied. That's why you've been more exhausted than usual, emotionally afraid, spiritually numb. Darkness always trembles before light. Pierces through, you are that light. You always have been. You were not forgotten. You were hidden like Esther, prepared in silence for such a time as this. Hidden like Joseph, unjustly buried in prison, until the right moment came for his name to be remembered. And now the time's approaching, the veil is lifting, your season of obscurity is ending, but listen closely. There is someone right now watching you from afar. Their heart is stirred. They haven't reached out, but they're thinking of you, wondering if it's too late. They are about to take a step. It will be unexpected. And when they do, the response won't rest on them alone. It will rest on you. Will you see them as who they were or who they might become? Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. 1 Corinthians 13:7. Because this isn't just about them changing, it's about whether you believe. You can change too. You've been carrying guilt like a second skin, regrets tucked behind your smile, memories you relive in silence. But the Lord says, I no longer hold them against you. As far as the east is from the west, so far has He removed our transgressions from us. Psalm 10,312. The question is, will you forgive yourself? This message isn't just another video. It's an invitation to return, to reconnect, to whisper even now, God, I'm listening, say it. Let that whisper be your altar, because the more you listen, the more clearly you'll begin to see. You'll hear Him in a lyric, feel Him in the breeze, recognize Him in a stranger's kindness. That's God. He's been showing up all along. But now He's turning up the volume because time is short. The breakthrough you asked for, it's here. The sign you waited on, this is it. Now pause just for a moment. Let His presence cover you like a warm light. Let His voice quiet your fear. Let His love soften the walls you built in survival. You are safe now. You are seen. You are held. I have loved you with an everlasting love. I have drawn you with unfailing kindness. Jeremiah 31, thee you are deeply, completely, and irrevocably loved. Heaven is not silent today. In fact, all of heaven is in motion. The air around you may feel still, but the spiritual realm is anything but. Right now, there is movement, swift, deliberate, sacred. The angels have been whispering your name for hours, calling out to the Most High, carrying your essence before the throne with urgency. They are not waiting passively, they are flying, interceding, protecting, preparing, because something is unfolding, something only minutes away. Divine minutes measured not by clocks but by purpose. There are exactly 2 minutes between you and a breakthrough that was written into your life before you were born. You may not feel ready, but the heavens are. This is not just a gentle suggestion from above. This is the last call of love before a gate closes and a new season begins. A moment is coming, powerful and quiet, like a seed being placed into soil that has finally been tilled and prepared. You may think it's just another video, just another passing message, but the angels know otherwise. That's why they've been pressing in harder lately. You felt it too, haven't you? That strange heaviness, that flicker of awareness when you're alone, the invisible pause in time, like everything is holding its breath. You've heard a voice that wasn't there, felt a presence when no one else was in the room. That's not your mind playing tricks on you. That's your spirit being awakened. The angels have been speaking in symbols, through moments, through music, through silence. They've tried to get your attention without overwhelming you, but now they are done waiting. This is their last attempt to reach you before the shift becomes irreversible, and they are not using fear, they are using love. The kind of love that stays long after everyone else has left. The kind of love that remembers the quiet sobs in the bathroom, the smile you forced at the family dinner, the ache you felt in the middle of a room full of people. They saw it, every second of it. They carried it back to God, and He answered not with thunder, but with a whisper that became this message: you are not forgotten, but you are at risk, not of punishment, but of missing the moment. Missing the very thing you've prayed for, because the enemy has been using distraction as a weapon. You see, there is someone approaching your life now, someone whose soul has been marked by heaven to be part of your restoration. Their steps are being ordered even as you read this. They are wrestling with their own obedience. But heaven's message to you is clear. If you skip this moment, if you brush past this sacred nudge, you may delay a miracle that is already walking toward your door. Consider the Shunammite woman in 2 Kings 4. She made room for the prophet Elisha in her home, not because she expected anything in return, but because her spirit recognized the weight of what was passing through. Years later, when her son died suddenly, it was that same act of spiritual readiness that opened the door for a resurrection. She had built the space before the miracle was even necessary. That is what this moment is. You are building space by staying, by listening, by letting your heart remain open. The enemy knows this. That's why your fatigue has been heavier lately, why you felt more emotionally scattered, less certain, more tempted to check out. The resistance isn't random, it's spiritual. You're nearing the edge of a threshold and the darkness senses the shift, but here's the truth. Darkness doesn't want you to know. You are being revealed, not just to others, but to yourself. You are stepping into the clarity of who you were always meant to be. There are angels beside you right now. One of them is holding a scroll. On it glows your name etched in heavenly light, and written within that scroll is your next miracle. A conversation that unlocks the next chapter, a healing that overturns the doctor's report, a financial release that looks like grace disguised as coincidence, a reconnection with someone who was never meant to stay, gone forever. But this miracle cannot be forced. It must be received, and to receive it, heaven requires your yes, your stillness, your surrender. You see, the final phase of your testing is not about endurance, it's about trust. When you thought nothing was changing, heaven was rearranging everything behind the veil. When you thought you were being ignored, God was writing a new chapter, not because you earned it, but because He never stopped choosing you. For the Lord your God is gracious and compassionate. He will not turn his face from you if you return to him. 2 Chronicles 39. There's something else you need to know. The reason your past has been so heavy on your heart lately, the guilt, the regret, the memories that won't leave, is because heaven is inviting you to let go, not in pieces, fully. You've repented, you've cried, but now comes the healing, not by forgetting what happened, but by seeing it through new eyes, eyes that know mercy, eyes that recognize the story isn't over. Though your sins are like scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Isaiah 1:18, chosen one. You do not have to pretend anymore. You do not have to hold it together for everyone else. Heaven is not asking for perfection, only permission. Permission to enter, permission to speak, permission to move. Because 2 minutes from now, after your heart fully receives this word, something begins, a ripple will start, quiet, almost invisible at first, but real. You will see a sign. A message from someone you haven't heard from in ages, a dream that feels too vivid to ignore, a sudden encounter in a place you didn't expect. And when it comes, do not dismiss it. That is the confirmation you prayed for. A relationship long broken will show signs of revival. A truth hidden will be revealed. Someone will reach out who never had the courage to before. And heaven will be watching your response, not to judge it, but to partner with it, because God's promises are not passive. They wait for your agreement. And now all of heaven is holding its breath to see if you will say it. I am ready. Say it not just with your mouth, but with your life. Whisper it. If you must write it on paper, cry it out, say it until your doubt trembles, because the scroll is open. The miracle is scheduled. And the favor that's been reserved for you is no longer being delayed, it's being released now. To him who is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to his power that is at work within us. Ephesians 3:20. The countdown has not ended, it has begun. Stay present, stay open, stay believing. So listen now, not just with your ears, but with your heart, your soul, your spirit. That tightness in your chest isn't anxiety. That sudden lump in your throat isn't stress. That stillness pressing into you as you read these words, that is the Holy Spirit. Knocking, calling, waiting, here I am. I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come. In Revelation 3:20, will you open it? Will you say those sacred, simple words? I'm ready. Because the moment you do, the atmosphere around your life will shift. 2 minutes after your heart fully says yes, walls that held you back for years will crack open like dry earth touched by rain. The thing that refused to move will start breaking loose, and you'll know, not because of thunder or lightning, but because something inside you will rise. And finally exhale, you will cry, but not from grief, from release, from recognition, from the overwhelming realization, God, thank you, I almost skipped this. Heaven has been trying to reach you, not just today, but for a long time. Through dreams you couldn't interpret, through moments that felt too coincidental, through people who said the right thing at the exact right time. None of that was random. It was carefully orchestrated. Because what's coming now was meant to reach you long ago. But the noise, the pain, the distractions, the disappointments, they built walls, and those walls kept the message from reaching your heart. So today the angels gathered, yes, for you. They circled around and pleaded, let us try again. Let us reach this soul one more time before The miracle arrives, and here you are reading these words, feeling your breath slow down, your spirit lean in, something tender blooming inside you that can't be explained. That's not poetry, that's not imagination, that's divine alignment. This is more than just a message, it's a spiritual awakening, a whisper from eternity that says we're not done yet. Wake up, sleeper, rise from the dead, and Christ will shine on you. Ephesians 5:14. You've been waiting, crying, asking, why hasn't it happened yet? You've questioned your faith, felt invisible, wondered if you misheard God, but heaven wasn't ignoring you. The answer was being built layer by sacred layer. Angels have been working behind the scenes, whispering your name into conversations you don't know about, stirring the hearts of people who don't understand why you're on their minds, shifting appointment schedules, decisions, redirecting emotion, energies, so that when the miracle arrives, it fits perfectly, like it was always meant to, because it was. The vision is yet for the appointed time, though it delays, wait for it, since it will certainly come, and not be late. Habakkuk 23. But here's the truth you need to face now. Your greatest danger isn't failure, it's distraction. It's scrolling past the one message that was tailor-made for your soul. If you click away, if you silence this call, if you dismiss this as just another feel-good post, you may miss the one thing heaven crafted specifically for you. Your angels are right here watching, hoping, pleading silently. Don't close this. Don't rush past. Don't let doubt scream louder than the voice of God, because this is not like anything else you've read. This is different. This is the message they've been holding back until your spirit was finally quiet enough to hear. So pause. Let your breath settle. Place your hand over your heart. You're alive. You're chosen. And something sacred, something unexplainable is standing just behind the curtain of your life. It's been there for a while now, waiting for your yes. And before we speak of what comes after the next 2 minutes, you need to make this promise. Don't skip the next lines, because they hold something. That buried beneath disappointment, these words are not here to impress you. They are here to remind you, you are seen, you are known, you are not forgotten. Can a mother forget the baby at her breasts and have no compassion on the child she has born, though she may forget? I will not forget you, Isaiah 49:15. This next part is just for you, that person you still think about late at night, the one who left without answers. They are being guided back, not by chance, by divine design. That opportunity you assume was gone, it's circling back with interest. The tears you cried into your pillow in silence, when no one noticed, every single one was counted, stored, honored, answered. Not one fell to the ground without heaven responding. You keep track of all my sorrows. You have collected all my tears in your bottle. Psalm 56:8. And now the time is upon you. The clock of heaven has aligned. You're standing at the edge of the shift. Everything changes, not in noise, but in knowing, in recognition, in divine timing, so flawless, it will humble you. Now, lean in, because what comes next is not just deeper, it's sacred. Your guardian angel, the one assigned to you before your first breath, has not rested, not for a moment. Through storms you thought would break you, through nights when your own mind felt like the enemy, through the silence that felt like abandonment, they were there, shielding you, fighting for you, blocking heartbreaks you never even knew were coming. There were traps set with your name on them, and you walked through untouched, not because of luck, because heaven intervened, for he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. That same angel is speaking now, not shouting but whispering directly to your spirit. Can you hear it? The miracle is close, 2 minutes away, not metaphorically, literally, but warily. But warily. But only if you stay, only if your heart remains open long enough to absorb this word. This isn't about scrolling through another piece of content. This is about alignment, destiny, rescue. You've told yourself too many times it's too late for love, too late to dream again, too late to start over. But that is a lie straight from the same darkness that has tried to mute your voice since you were a child. The truth, you are not late, you are exactly on time. The divine appointment written over your life before you ever took your first breath, it's here. The reason things have felt off lately, the delays, the letdowns, the loneliness, is because heaven was preparing a moment that required perfect timing. And now it has arrived. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you before you were born. I set you apart. Jeremiah 15. There is someone about to speak your name, not in casual conversation, in your destiny. A door is going to open, not because you pushed hard enough, but because you were chosen. And the path you've walked, so different from others, so lonely at times, was never a mistake. It was heaven making room for the miracle, room for the one who will never walk away, room for the life you stopped believing was possible, room for a celebration being planned in realms you've never seen, but that are absolutely real. Do you feel it? The subtle shift. Your heart is awakening. Your vision is clearing. Your soul is remembering a truth it carried before your body ever formed. You are not ordinary. You carry divine favor. You've been marked. That's why darkness came for you so aggressively. That's why you almost gave up, but you didn't. You kept going. You kept believing. Through confusion, heartbreak, and endless waiting, those who sow in tears will reap with shouts of joy. Psalm 126. 5 now. Hear this. Your miracle will come from the place you least expect. Someone who once dismissed you will reach out. A door that once slammed shut will swing wide. A face you thought you'd never see again will return. But you must stay alert, because heaven's movements often arrive disguised as a text, a whisper, a sudden decision. Don't overthink it. Don't doubt it. Just follow the peace in your spirit right now. The angels are circling you, watching every breath, holding space for your yes. They're not just sending comfort. They're preparing a shift, and what's about to happen, it can't be undone. It's irreversible. It's ordained. It begins 2 minutes after your heart fully embraces this truth. This isn't just encouragement, it's divine interruption, a rescue mission sent straight from the throne. And if you close this too soon, you might miss the one thing you've prayed for in secret. You might miss the message that was crafted just for you. Call to me, and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know. Jeremiah 33:3. Now breathe, really. Breathe, because what I'm about to say next is the part the enemy never wanted you to hear. There is someone in heaven watching you, loving you, still fighting for you. Someone who has been trying to get through to you for days, through dreams, through signs, through subtle feelings that made no sense at the time. And now through this very message, they've broken through. They are saying, I am with you. You are not alone, not forgotten, and not finished. The shaking in your life It's not chaos, it's preparation. Heaven had to let some things fall apart so the right things could come together. Your old life couldn't hold the size of this next blessing. So yes, the silence, the heartbreak, the doors that never reopened, it all served a purpose. It stretched you, it matured you, and now it's time, and after you have suffered a little while, the God of all grace will himself restore, confirm, strengthen, and establish you. 1 Peter 5:10. This message was time to your awakening. If you're still here, it means you're ready. Don't believe the lie that says you failed too much, that you're not special enough, that you're too broken to receive all lies. The truth is you are chosen. You've been carved, not crushed. You've been refined, not ruined. Every pressure has been forming something radiant, and what's coming will be so undeniable that others will look at you and say, something changed. And you'll know it was the moment you stayed with the message long enough to let heaven finish what it started. Now pause, let this settle, think deeply. What if this is the last time the angels can reach you in this way? What if they've been watching, trying, whispering, and this message is their final attempt before they step back, assuming you no longer wanted their help? You can't afford to miss this as your eyes move across these words. Something far beyond your understanding is unfolding in the unseen. The atmosphere around your life is shifting quietly, powerfully. You may not hear it with your ears, but in the spirit realm there is movement. Chains, years-old soul, deep hidden beneath your strength, are snapping loose. Locked doors, once sealed tight by fear, failure, or forgotten prayers, are beginning to creak open. And in the sacred corridors of heaven, a name is being whispered. Your name, not lost in a crowd, not passed over. Your name has been spoken in the presence of divine authority. See, I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. Your walls are ever before me. Isaiah 49:16. Do not stop now. Do not scroll, stay, because right now you are being watched over. An angel assigned to your journey, not by chance but by divine order, has been walking beside you in this season. This angel has seen your sleepless nights, heard your silent prayers, and held back disasters you never knew were close. And today that angel has a single plea for your heart. Trust. Trust that this isn't a coincidence, that this message isn't just emotional fluff or empty encouragement. It is a signal, a spiritual transmission from the heart of heaven, crafted for this very moment in your life. And what awaits you just outside the reach of your doubt is real. Your healing, your restoration, your breakthrough, your clarity, your peace. The answer you've cried for is already standing at your door now. All heaven is waiting on one thing, your yes. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Proverbs 3:5. You feel like you've waited too long, like maybe the moment passed. But the reason the weight felt heavy is because the miracle has weight. Glory takes time to build. But don't let fear make you stall. Now don't let overthinking rob you of what is already yours. Just receive. 2 minutes after this message settles in your spirit, something will happen. It may not look like fireworks. It may be subtle. A shift in your heart, a strange peace, a phone call, a thought that leave. And when it happens, if your heart is open, you'll know. You won't need proof, you'll just know. You were never meant to walk this road alone. Your life is not a solo mission. It's a guided journey designed to be protected and illuminated by heaven's messengers. The angels have been walking beside you every step of the way, not just watching, but guiding, nudging, protecting. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. Psalm 91:4. Now listen closely. This is not a mistake. You didn't stumble on this message by accident. You were led here because heaven is running out of time to reach you. There is a holy secret encoded in these words. It comes from the same angels who have been weeping in silence as they watched you break in private. They saw the moment your heart crack in two and no one noticed. They watched you hold everything together when no one asked how you were, and those same angels are crying out, this is it. This is their final knock. Don't ignore this. Don't turn away. Don't let this pass like all the other messages that almost reached you. If you do, you may miss the miracle that is already finished and waiting in the Spirit. It's not magic, it's divine design. Your name has been written into the light, and that light is moving fast in your direction. The angels aren't angry, but they are anxious because time is narrowing. They've sent signs before, feathers on the floor, 11:11 on the clock, dreams that didn't make sense, emotions you couldn't explain, the feeling of your name being called in an empty room. That was them every time. But today they had to go deeper. They had to reach you through this message because they know this is the last window before everything changes. Right now, something sacred is happening in the unseen realm. Your name is being etched into a scroll. That scroll is glowing. Its title, Blessing Unleashed, Final Delivery. But there's one condition. It needs your agreement. You must open your heart, not your mind, not your logic, your heart. If you believe, you will receive whatever you ask for in prayer. Matthew 21:22. This message is sacred because it cannot force itself into your life. Even angels must wait for your permission. They cannot override your will. That's why this moment is so holy. You must say the words, not just out loud, but with your belief, your expectation, your surrender. I am ready. Say it in your spirit, whisper it in your room, write it down, think it with conviction. Say it like your breakthrough depends on it, because it does. This is not just a nice thought. This is a spiritual transaction. The scroll is ready, the miracle is prepared, but heaven is holding its breath, waiting on your heart to open. Behold, I am the Lord, the God of all flesh. Is anything too hard for me? Jeremiah 32:27. And so, beloved, before you leave this sacred moment, pause, breathe, think of all the ways heaven has chased you, all the near misses, the warnings, the signs. What if this is the final time they try? What if this was their last attempt to reach your heart before they assume you've stopped listening? You can't let that happen. You've come too far. Now is the moment, and now everything begins as your heart leans into these words. Something unseen is already in motion. A countdown, invisible to the eye, but blazing in the spirit, has begun. Within the next 2 minutes, something will activate around your life. A whisper in a boardroom, a heart changing its mind, a door that's been locked for years will suddenly shift in its hinges. A name, your name, will rise in someone's thoughts with holy urgency, and you may not hear it. You may not see it, but you will feel it, because heaven is precise, and this moment is divinely timed. Pause for just a breath. You are not imagining this weight in your chest. You're not overreacting to the tears. You didn't expect. Your angels are near, closer now than ever, watching, hoping, holding their breath. They are the ones who arrange this moment, and they are asking you not to scroll away, not to dismiss this as coincidence. Because this isn't just a message, it's a spiritual transaction, a doorway, and it only opens if you say yes. Blessed is she who has believed that the Lord would fulfill his promises to her. Luke 1:45. Music, let's go deeper into the mystery of what heaven knows. And you've only barely begun to sense. Someone prayed for you last night, not just anyone. Someone on the other side, perhaps a grandmother, a soul long departed from this world. Or maybe someone you've never met in this life, but whose spirit recognized yours in eternity. They stood before the throne and spoke your name. They asked God to send you one more message, one last whisper before you reached your breaking point. The angels heard that prayer, and that's why this moment feels so different, because it's not fear that's knocking. It's preparation. It's the divine asking, are you ready to step into everything that's been waiting on you? They told me something else. You've noticed shadows lately at the edge of your vision. You felt watched. It wasn't paranoia, it was spiritual traffic. Both darkness and light are circling you because your calling is bright. The dark wants to distract, the light wants to awaken. And now you must decide, who will you align with? Choose this day whom you will serve. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Joshua 24:15. What you're feeling in your body right now, the goosebumps, the heat in your chest,